What's up, guys? Cultureofgaming.com. You're watching the Power Up Podcast. Welcome, everybody. It's episode 18. We're legal. We're finally legal. You can catch us outside in the back after the show, smoking a couple cigarettes. So yeah, I'm your host, Andrew. Taylor's not here today, so you're gonna deal with my shenanigans for this evening. Joining
He's in the
me.
hot seat.
Oh yeah, in the hot seat. Oh, is it getting hot in here, guys? Gee. Joining me, of course, is Anthony.
How you doing, everyone?
We got Joel here as well, returning.
Hello.
And brand new, fresh-faced, but with a not baby-faced, it's Mike.
How you doing?
Doing well, man. So, Mike, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
You're kind of the new one here, so I got to pick on you a little bit.
He's like 4 days old, so.
Have you got?
So pick away.
Yeah, sure. So, what have you written anything or got anything out yet for culturegaming.com?
Actually, yes. Just today, I released an article I wrote about my issue with Cranky Kong in Tropical Freeze.
All right, that's an interesting read. I think we have one Cranky Kong fan in the entire universe, and that's Anthony. If I'm right. No?
Well, I mean, he was obviously he was in the originals, but he shouldn't be playable. He shouldn't be playable.
Oh, okay.
He's a backup role. That's what he is.
Exactly. That was what the article was about.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into that, I guess, a little bit later when we talk about maybe that new Donkey Kong game. But What have you guys been playing out? Something. What's up? Who's been playing anything good? Any hot video games we got going on? Joel, what do you got?
I'm going first. All right. Recently I started playing. Actually, been playing a whole variety of games. Funny story. So, my friend invited me to play Paladins, which at first I thought was just a complete copy of Overwatch and stuff like that. So I'm like, sure, why not? I got time to spare. So I played Paladins, and I've kind of been addicted to it for the past couple of weeks, actually. And so yeah, it's actually been fun. And because of that, I decided to try out Fortnite. So I'm terrible at it, but it's fun. It's actually fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to the PvE coming for free this year. And so yeah, it's mainly been those two. Cause 2 days ago I tried to go back to Smite. I'm either really terrible, I've become really terrible, or the past 30 games my team has just been absolutely horrible.
Always blame the team, right? That's the number one thing to do, right?
That's the thing. I really want to blame my team, because I swear I'm doing everything like how I normally do. Right? I no matter what role I play, I'm sure I'm doing my job.
Of course you are.
But then even when I played my main, which I usually do not lose games at all, because I just absolutely hard carry. I feel like I'm doing nothing and we just lose the game. So I'm thinking maybe start from the basics or something like that, play bots again or something, and just grind my way back up.
Sure.
Yeah, that's my struggles this week. How about you guys?
Well, you said you were playing the Fortnite. Have you played the single player, or the co-op stuff at all?
Oh, you mean the PvE?
Yeah.
No, that one you have to pay for it.
Okay.
It becomes free later on in the year.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Anthony, what you got for us?
Well, I'm not into any of these snazzy battle royale games, So I've been playing a bit of. I don't like battle royale. Right. We're gonna get sent a couple of death threats after this. But yeah, I've been playing some Prison Architects, gotten into that and absolutely loving it. Tried a couple of times to build my own prison and had like 15 people escape. So I'm a great prison warden. And I've been playing
Did you at least contain the other prisoners?
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah. Well, actually, the other prisoners were good because one of the walls got broken and like fell down, and then they stayed in the. Oh, I think they escaped from it was like the yard or something. So one of the walls fell down, but then there were like 8 people who still stayed in the wall. So I quickly built around them before they escaped.
So 15 out of 23.
Something
getting
like
there.
that. Yeah. We're getting there. I've also been playing some Goat Simulator. Tried to stream it and failed miserably because my PC's hasn't been able to hold up to it. But yeah, I've also been playing some Burnout Paradise. But that's about it from me, really.
Are you playing the remaster or are you playing just the old one?
Well, I got the remaster for free somehow. It just appeared in my Steam library. So yeah, that's the one.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, Mike, what about yourself? What you got?
Oh, well, actually, recently, what's been going on with me is that years ago, I dropped my DS on the driveway, and so it's been broken ever since. So I'm
my
like, you
God.
know what? Screw it. I'm gonna, I gotta get at least a 2DS, something that that is gonna at least, whatever. So now I'm able to play my old DS games, and along with this particular 2DS I got, came packaged in it Ocarina of Time 3D.
Okay.
And I have a little bit of a confession to make. I've never actually beaten Ocarina of Time. I've always
Ooh.
I get to the Shadow Temple and then I get preoccupied with another game. It's just like, I mean, of course I've played Ganon. I've beaten Ganon. My brother's old save file when I was a kid, but yeah, I mean I've played and beaten Majora's Mask and all the others, but Ocarina of Time just always escaped me. So
Wait,
try it again.
The
Go for
Shadow
100%
Temple?
this time.
Wait, the Shadow Temple?
Yeah, the one where you get the hover boots.
And not the Water Temple?
Make it through somehow.
Okay.
I think I got right to the end of the Water Temple and then gave up.
The Water Temple was really infuriating. Especially the I think I said this before in one of the other podcasts, but the Shadow Link,
Yeah.
the Dark Link that you fight, it was so funny. My sister and I, we took turns playing it. She mainly played it, so I technically haven't finished the game. I mean, I beat the boss, I did the Fire Temple, and I did the Shadow one as well. But the one she did, and basically what happened was she had the Giant's Knife, except it's the one that breaks.
Yeah.
So you can't actually use the Master Sword because you end up doing the same exact motion as the as Dark Link, so you have to use another weapon. So we ended up beating Dark Link with a broken great sword, so we're just smacking him with the hilt.
Nice.
It's funny that you bring that up because I just was facing off against Shadow Link today, and I whooped him with a Megaton hammer.
Yes,
I just spammed the Megaton hammer, and that was it.
Yeah, that's what the walkthrough said as well. Yeah, we went through a walkthrough because Water Temple was actually quite infuriating, and it said Megaton, but we actually could not get the Megaton to work. So
Really?
yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
I would know.
we went with the broken hilt, which works. So
Sound like a foreign language to me. I've actually never beaten Ocarina of Time either, but that's another story for another place. Also, never.
Just like your Mario Party
Full of
experience.
heartbreak and love lost. Yeah.
I actually have never beaten a Zelda game, so.
oh,
Ooh,
really?
okay.
Yeah, I've played a bunch of them, but
Wow.
I never beat one.
Not even Skyward Sword, where it was practically like
I never had a Wii until a little later.
that too.
But yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's not really.
Okay.
I don't think I ever have either,
It's not my jam.
funnily enough.
I played a lot of Breath of the Wild.
I love the idea of Zelda games, and I love the idea of, sitting down and spending 40-ish hours running through them, but then when push comes to shove, I just bail out quickly. So
Which is what happened to me. I don't blame you. But
Speaking of putting in the 40 hours in a game and beating games, I actually just beat God of War yesterday.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, and
the new one.
The new one, yes, it is.
It's so weird because it's weird. It has the same name, and so I don't know. I think of the original God of War when you say God of War.
Sure,
I don't know
sure.
why.
Yeah, it's a crazy good game. Some of the story stuff is a little flat here and there, I think, but I think the gameplay, the combat, just really carries it. It gets so open by the end of it, and you find the things that you like, but you're also able to mix it up, and you have to mix it up because of certain enemy types. Certain weapons, certain things won't work on certain ones. So it's cool. I'm digging it. I actually might go back in and try to like mop up some of like the extra challenges at the end.
Yep.
When I first saw the new God of War coming out, I absolutely loved like the plot and the story and stuff like that. Because you got Kratos from the previous games. He's just this OP blandness character. No offense to like people that like God of War, but he is actually really bland. The only thing that you really play the game for is because of the gameplay. It's really satisfying to just take down massive titans and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
But this one, it opens up Kratos to a more human character because he's opening his heart to his son. He has flaws. He's willing to actually open up himself to all of these things that can backfire on him. It's really hard to explain. But as a character, I feel like because he has weaknesses and flaws, the storytelling just makes it much more better, and that's what I really enjoyed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Also, the fact that it went from Greek to Norse. I really like the axe that he had. It like flies back to him, and he has this like lightning powers.
Yeah, it's a little bit of like Thor's hammer kind of thing.
Really.
Yeah.
And nobody plays God of War or the original God of War for Kratos' story arc. I mean, he's just an angry guy. He starts out angry, he ends angry.
Yeah. I mean, I always thought it was cool how they kind of played with the Greek mythology in the original ones, how they kind of made it their own.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. I like that. So I'm really glad they kind of moved on. And I know nothing about Norse mythology besides like the Thor movies.
Thor and Odin.
Norse is actually much weirder than Greek in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I just watched Thor 3 yesterday, the Ragnarok.
Ragnarok,
Hey.
I guess I'm like immune to
Not a
Marvel
fan.
movies anymore because I feel nothing. I feel nothing when I watch those movies.
Yeah, I
It was
kind of got that as
good,
well.
though. It was so good.
I feel that as well.
So-
Have you seen Infinity War?
Yep.
I haven't,
Yeah.
but I may or may have not just read everything last night.
Oh my god. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Because I just don't care. I don't care anymore.
Mike, what were your thoughts on Infinity War?
Mike, you saw Infinity
Are we
War?
allowed to give spoilers?
You're talking. Okay.
No spoilers, but we can say if we liked it or not.
Spoilers?
Yeah,
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers.
Yeah, you get a 3-month wait period, I guess, on spoilers. But what I liked, I really thought that everybody got their own section, and they really, I really, the thing that stood out to me was that I left the theater, and I feel like anything can happen in these movies.
Yeah.
And yet, because it's a Marvel movie, no spoilers or anything, but it's a Marvel movie, so ultimately everything works out. It's going to, because it's a Marvel movie, and Tom Holland is already in Spider-Man 3 or in the next Spider-Man Homecoming movie. There's already another Black Panther movie. There's already another they keep on going.
Right.
So any drama I feel like there is kind of taken out of it because there's always going to be more.
Sure.
True.
I heard once that comic books described as they're always in Act 2. There can never be an Act 3.
Yeah.
And I feel like for a movie that I don't know,
Just doesn't
kind of
work,
takes a little wind out of the sails for me.
Sure. No, I feel you.
Okay.
I mean, I saw it on Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. I mean, every movie's got its flaws, and this one has its flaws. And I mean, I left the cinema feeling as if it's like it was kind of a sad experience because all these people were, well, not dying per se, but like people are dying and stuff's happening and they're getting ripped apart and all this different stuff.
Sure.
So I mean, I would have given it like a 9 out of 10 or something like that. It was definitely a solid movie. It was definitely an experience. It was one of the longer movies that they've ever done. 2 hours and 2.5 hours or something like that.
Oh, they had to make it that long.
Yeah, I know. It just had to be like there was too much to tie up, so they had to make it that length to. And I kind of got a bit confused where all the story arcs went and where all the different people went and whatnot, but it tied itself together at the end, and I think it was definitely a solid play on Marvel's part, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, and when the second one comes out, you know, on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever, everybody is just gonna like watch both of them at the same time. Like they're gonna watch one after the other.
Yeah,
it feels kind of strange that they're splitting the Infinity War into 2 movies, not because of its length, but because it feels like we're getting half a movie here.
Sure.
Yeah. And yeah.
So I think we're gonna move on from what we've been playing and watching as guests. Sorry, Joel. Too bad.
Too bad.
Too bad. Let's talk about the gaming news right now. A couple days ago, we got the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer, and people have lost it, both in good and bad ways, from what I've heard. Have you guys all seen the trailer?
Yeah, as of this morning.
Yeah. So did that like help? Did you guys like get more hype, or what? What did this do for you in Red Dead 2? Somebody chime in for me here.
Well, personally, I've always thought of the Red Dead Redemption series as, you know, what it is. It's Grand Theft Auto in the Old West. And, you know, that's always a good thing if that's what you're into. But personally for me, like, I like Grand Theft Auto, but I saw, you know, Red Dead Redemption 1, and I never really gave it a chance. Unfortunately, I hate to say that, but I'm about as interested in Red Dead Redemption 2 as much as I am Red Dead Redemption 1. Say that 5 times fast.
Anthony, have you played? What about you, man?
Yeah, I've played Red Dead 1. I loved it, and I'm definitely looking forward to 2. But the trailer didn't really fulfill on what it was. Like, it didn't really capture my attention, I suppose you could say. It was mainly people talking, and there wasn't really anything demonstrating gameplay or anything like that. It had the typical cinematic, like
exposition.
80% of it was talking, and then they might have had some people riding alongside a train or something.
Sure.
Well, what do you think of the story of Red Dead Redemption 1?
I played it about 4 or 5 years ago, so it's been some time. But I mean, it had a very it had a very interesting story. How it followed, what's his name?
Marston.
Yeah, Marston. That's right. I followed him, and he had to hunt down his old gang and all that. So, I mean, I loved Red Dead Redemption 1, and I loved how you could go to all these different places, and they tied in how, you know, you got the desert, and then you got the tropical type little bits, and then you got all these different environments, and it definitely was a solid game. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Red Dead 2. And as far as a second trailer, I think they haven't really done it much justice, in my opinion.
Yeah. So this is actually the third trailer. Just gonna throw
third
that
trailer.
out there.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of cinematic stuff, and that's what people, I guess, are kind of not happy about, that it's not showing gameplay. Which I guess is understandable.
It looks beautiful, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Rockstar. Did they ever really show like gameplay in their trailers? Like,
yeah, because they advertise like movie.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
and that's what they are, kind of.
They have these fantastic, cinematic trailers. Like, it's cut very well. There's a lot going on, a lot of exposition. Like we saw what looks like a younger John Marston, like, in the trailer. So, they're setting it up, confirming it's a prequel,
Yeah.
So I'm just on the two mindset of like, well, I like the trailer, but like, I don't know why people are expecting gameplay. But
it might have something to do with some of the statements that Rockstar have made about the game, how they said, I think, 2 years ago or something like that they were going to show off the gameplay and
Sure.
this is what it's going to be all about and all that kind of stuff. But they haven't really done that, I suppose you could say.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just been cinematic trailers and no gameplay yet. I mean, they're likely to drop something at E3 and say, hey, this is the first mission of the game or something. This is what you're in for.
Sure.
But, I mean, I suppose it's typical Rockstar situation, I suppose.
Yeah.
Joel, what do you think about Red Dead?
I don't know much about it, so the only thing I can really take from it is really the genre, because you guys have talked about, well, some of the points that I wanted to point out, but the main thing for me is the Western genre or culture in general is not very big. You can't really expand on it and be creative about it because it's just not that kind of thing. I
Have
don't
you
know why
seen
it's
Cowboys
not, but
versus Aliens?
I
Cowboys
think-
versus Aliens, but then it becomes
Sure.
sci-fi. It is not Western. Western
Yeah,
has
it
its
is,
own
come on.
strict
If anyone
rules
can
to
do it,
and
Rockstar can do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe, but I'm just
they can be
saying.
creative. You can do bank robberies, riding horses, train robberies. Like there's
Exactly.
lots of fun
Then
different things to
again,
do.
That's
in the Old
the
West.
that's the stereotypical Western Western style. When you think about it, that's what you can do.
Yeah.
When you look at other genres, you got fantasy. You can put in buttloads of anything that you really want. You can put down the dragon, kill it, or something like that. The creative aspect is not expensive in Western genre. Sure, it can be a good game. Sure, it can have a good story. But if you compare it to other genres, it's just harder to express that.
All right, I see where you're coming
Well,
from.
I get what you mean, but there's
Yeah.
for example, Django Unchained that completely turned the Western genre kind of on its head because it showed what like a Western would be like from the perspective of a slave, and like, I mean that's just one example of like how like you can there's different things you can do with a Western. It doesn't have to just be like cowboys and Indians.
Well, yeah, there's tons of modern westerns that don't necessarily take place in a western setting, but
Yeah.
I want to say Joel
Get
is more toward like the western setting, and maybe that's not his favorite setting.
Yeah, I mean world building. I like Western. I actually do like the genre. I just think world building not that big compared to like Star Wars.
Sure.
Which,
Have you not seen Rango?
Rango.
Have you not seen Rango?
I did want to make a quick note that IGN actually does have I think what they call in the business, an exclusive hands-on time with Red Dead 2. So if you're interested in reading a little bit more about that, I parsed through it a little bit, and it sounds like they're doing some interesting stuff with like a camp. Like you're visiting a camp back and over, and you have like there's settlers there. I don't know what exactly if there's going to be any management stuff going on, but it seems like they're really trying to open this game up to more than just the open world.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff that they could do with it. Like they could do it partly towards the end of the American Civil War or something like that. I mean, it's a lot earlier.
Yeah,
they're doing it in a lot earlier setting, but they could they could have a couple of missions where it's kind of towards the start of the Civil War, I suppose, or there's starting to be unrest amongst slaves and all that kind of stuff. So I think they can do a lot with it. I just don't think they haven't really portrayed it very well.
Yeah, there's lots of different perspectives you can get in a Western, more than just like a white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like story-wise, we're not sure if they're sticking, if it's going to be any time jumps or anything. Maybe it starts off, further back. It's supposed to be a prequel, so theoretically, we're not going to have as cool stuff as in the first one, like technology-wise. So that's a little interesting, but we'll see what they decide to do there. Because I can't remember if they had any real weird stuff going on in Red Dead 1. If there's any like supernatural stuff.
They did a spin-off of what was it?
Undead
Red Dead.
Nightmare.
That was very good.
Undead Nightmare. That's it.
But so it's like a zombie. It was kind of one of the first big DLC standalone. It was a really cool thing for the time.
Yeah, it was really cool.
But they also had like was the Bigfoot, the Sasquatch stuff, was that in the regular game? You guys know what I'm
I
talking
don't
about?
remember.
You could like go to the woods and you would find like Bigfoot, and he's like crying. He's like, "Oh, I'm the last of my kind." And you can just shoot Bigfoot in the head or not.
What?
Yeah, and that
Wait,
was
wait.
actually a reference to
Oh, dear.
a myth that Bigfoot could be found in San Andreas.
Oh, okay.
That was the
Okay.
reason. That was the reason why Rockstar put that in there.
Yeah.
And,
Is
like,
it Big?
I think the trophy that you get for killing Bigfoot was like something like "It's About Time" or something like that, or something in reference to the fact that this was like of an old rumor from San Andreas.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They did a lot of
But
interesting
isn't-
things in that game, like killing. You
isn't
can just kill off
Bigfoot-
all the bison, which is cool.
Isn't Bigfoot like a mountain thing though?
Well, he's like in the mountains
Like,
of
the woods.
Cold regions. That's why it has all this like hair and stuff like that.
Yeah, not
from the
really.
region.
That's like a yeti, I guess. But
Yeti,
yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
you know, they're all similar. But yeah, they've definitely done some weird stuff. So maybe they'll do some even weirder stuff in this one. Who knows?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Any more thoughts? Because I do have another game that got some gameplay we can talk about a little bit here.
Yeah, not really. No more thoughts.
So
No.
apparently, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is still a game, and in fact, they have shown gameplay now. I don't know if
Yeah,
you guys
I saw that.
saw that little breakdown they had. Have you guys played the first game at all?
Yes.
Oh.
I
GameCube
missed it
I want
game,
to.
I
when it
think.
first came out. I missed it the first time around, but I got it on the PSN store when it first came out on the PSN.
Okay, I didn't know. On PS3 or is it on PS4 now?
PS3. It's on PS4 too. I think it's also on PS4. It
Okay.
might not be, but I definitely
It's
played it
on
on PS3.
It's on PC as well. Okay,
On PC, I've got to get that.
I want to
Play it.
say it was a GameCube game, right?
Yeah, GameCube and PS2.
Oh, it did come out on
Yeah.
PS2 originally. Okay,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
And Xbox. It was even on Xbox as well, the original.
Okay, I
Xbox.
for whatever reason thought it was just a GameCube game. But yeah, so that looks really interesting. I don't know if you guys, if anyone's seen it, but because it kind of was a stealth thing, I didn't even know it happened until I just happened to look, for the big drops this week, and there's like there's like ship driving in it, and you're hopping out of your ship, going right down, and then engaging in combat. It looks like a game. I'm
world-ish.
very
Yeah,
surprised.
Yeah.
When I searched it up, I looked at what I had so far. So you had the whole space pirates thing and stuff like that, and I thought to myself, this is what Sea of Thieves should have been.
In space.
Sea of
Like,
Thieves
come
in
on, is
space.
it not?
Why
Like,
not?
no,
Come
like
on.
honestly, think about it.
Well, Sea of Thieves had
huge
its own
customization.
problems. It wasn't a finished game, or
Right.
it wasn't a fully cooked game.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Isn't Sea of Thieves still in early access or something like that?
No, you can
No,
buy that
it's
game.
released. It's
Yeah.
it's
It's
out.
officially released.
Mhm.
Oh,
And they brought out the first DLC last week.
Mm.
okay. Yeah. So, moving back to Beyond Good and
Beyond
Evil
Good.
2. I actually thought, I honestly thought Sea of Thieves should have been something like this, because you got the whole Pirates in Space thing, except it expands more on that, because you don't have one strict goal of finding treasure, bring it back, maybe sink a couple of ships in PvP or something like that, or get spawn camped. I don't know.
Mm.
But this one seems more expansive. We don't have much information, but this is what I'm getting from it, especially the combat as well. It reminds me of Warframe, which I really loved.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, did they say it was going to be a big multiplayer thing? I might have missed that.
No, I don't think it's a multiplayer.
Okay, yeah, it's just like a single player experience, right?
Yeah.
Single player, but this co-op.
Okay, yeah, because I saw you can like run around as like that weird monkey with the jetpack, or you're whacking people with
No. It said that you place your customized character. You create your
Oh.
own character.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't actually get to see the new trailer. Is it as cartoony as the first? Because the first one was
Hmm.
kind of cartoony.
It's pretty cartoony with like a good look though. It's definitely got a style to it. But
I think it has. Yeah, I think it's actually really good graphics.
yeah, it's definitely got an interesting style. I don't know about like cartoony would be the right word. But yeah, it's got a cool like a lot of good colors. kind of smooth edges kind of style to it.
Because the first game was kind of like Metal Gear Solid, if it didn't take itself so seriously, which is kind of weird because Metal Gear Solid doesn't take itself seriously. But I mean,
There goes the host. We're free to do whatever we want.
yeah, Beyond Good and Evil was just like if the guards were even more dumb, you know. Because you can shoot them with like a disc or something like that, and then like
Sounds like Saints Row.
they immediately go back to like not even knowing that you were even there.
Oh.
Like,
I don't
"Oh!"
know. I saw like 10 seconds of the new trailer, so I can't really say
Yeah. Oh,
whether I'm excited for it or not.
I love this swearing. I did not think that there would be so much swearing. I looked at the news. One of the news segments. I can't remember who wrote it, but they're like, "Oh, there's a bit of profanity in it." I'm like, okay. And then you got them swearing every single second, like throughout the whole entire thing. It's just them swearing upon swearing. So yeah,
It's really
a bit of profanity.
really weird. When they first revealed Beyond Good and Evil 2, it has a different tone than the first one. This one seems a little bit more edgy.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is just like aliens are invading and you are a grown-up orphan who needs to protect the children by taking pictures.
Right.
And whacking aliens with your staff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Taking pictures though.
Like,
Like selfies or something like that. It's just like killing an alien. You're like,
you actually get it's kind of like a what do you call those types of games where like Super Mario 64 where you collect stars and things like that?
Mm-hmm.
oh,
It's like just collectible.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, a collectathon. It's a collectathon, and the way that you can collect some of the those game stars is by taking pictures of the wildlife. And for like every 5 pictures of wildlife you take, you get another orb, as it is in that game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts on Beyond Good and Evil 2?
Got to play the first one.
Yeah, I might go back and play that. Maybe.
Yeah, I
Do it.
highly recommend the first one. I highly recommend the one. It's just jolly. It's fun.
Cool.
It's not there to be too serious.
Right on. All right, moving right along, kind of speaking of like old games a little bit, 2 Mega Man games are getting re-released, sort of.
Sort of.
Yeah, I Am 8-Bit. These guys do a lot of cool kind of like retro stuff with collections and like vinyls. I think they do as well.
Yeah.
They're making a select number. I want to say it's around 5,000. It could be a little bit more or less. I can't remember. Cartridges
Mega Man
like
2 and X.
Yes, Mega Man 2 and Mega Man X. They're blue cartridges, so they look pretty cool. And like you have like a 1 in something chance of getting a glow in the dark one. It's like a see-through. If you remember those old Game Boys or like N64 controllers, like the see-through ones. Yeah, these are like
Do any of you guys have a Super Nintendo or an NES?
I've
got an emulator.
I have the SNES Classic, and I also have the Retron 5, which is capable of playing like everything basically. Super Nintendo, Famicom, NES.
Does it have a cartridge slot?
Yeah, so it's got 5 different cartridge slots on it. It's got a bunch of different ones on the top of it. It's a weird
You
little.
gonna pick this up?
Sorry, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend. It's like $100, I think. And it comes with like some cool stuff, like a little art book, and it says collectible goodies. I don't know what that means. Maybe some stickers or something. But I don't know. I have Mega Man X on my Super Nintendo Classic. It's kind of, if I want to play it, I can play it. And I'm not a huge collector. So I don't know. Do you guys played both these games?
Yeah, they're actually 2 of the best, in my opinion.
I've only played Mega Man 2, and that was only once on the Singapore Airlines flight.
The best way to play that
So, yeah.
game.
Yeah. The Pokemon one was not working for me, which is what I normally played during the Singapore Airlines flight. I usually challenge my sister to see how far we can get into the game before we ultimately fail and have to land. And so I thought, all right, let's try something else. And I knew of Mega Man, so I had no idea what I was getting into there.
Oh,
And
wow.
the first thing that I saw upon entering the game was, why are there like pages of characters? You got Mega Man, and you got
okay.
just like all these other characters that I've never heard of.
The robot
Yeah,
bosses.
yeah.
I mean,
Robot Master.
masters. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not played Masters. That was the second Mega Man, I'm pretty sure.
Right, yeah, that's generally a
Yeah.
lot of people think is the best Mega Man. I might argue that I like 3 a little bit better, but
Yeah, I might. I waver back and forth between that. Like 2 and 3 are definitely up there.
and then yeah, Mega Man X is definitely now. Is Mega Man X one of the expensive cartridges? I know that like X3 is super expensive. I think it's X3 at least.
I don't know. I mean,
Sure.
how many copies of the cartridge are there? Because like I imagine that like a lot of kids had it back in the day, so I don't think it's all that rare.
Okay, yeah, because I know for whatever reason X3 is super crazy expensive. It's like $100 or so just for the like a loose cartridge. I think it's because
Yeah,
it was a late release on Super Nintendo, so it just not a lot were made, I guess. But
Yeah, but I love both of those games. But would I recommend anybody pick this up? If you really want to, I guess you could. But there are so many other cheaper ways to play it. So if you're
yeah,
if you're only doing it for the gameplay, then get Legacy Collection. Get
Yeah.
Legacy X Collection.
it's true. Yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah.
I will feel bad for some of those people who are like, oh, I collect every single Super Nintendo game. And it's like, these are like official releases from Capcom and stuff. So like,
Let's do it.
they have to buy this
okay.
game now. They got to complete
Apparently,
that
they
collection.
did the same thing last year with Street Fighter.
Yep, I almost bought that version.
Why didn't you?
I don't. It's like
I mean, Street Fighter what?
102. I think it's just
And-
championship edition.
Oh, okay.
I am
If
a
it's original Street Fighter 1, stay away.
Yeah, as much as I love Street Fighter, it's not one I'm gonna like. I keep all my games like in the closet now. Like they're packed away. They're not really displayed. So I'm not really like into this. I'm not into displaying much. But yeah, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy this pretty cool looking thing and then put it away and never look at it.
Yeah.
You're cutting out for me a bit, Andrew.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, you're back to normal now. You're fine. So I missed like the whole past couple of sentences that you said because you started
No worries, dude. Anywho, so those are cool games, and I hope people play them. And it seems like a cool little collector's gift. So if you know somebody who likes a Mega Man collection, this might be a good gift.
Or if you just want to donate money to Capcom, P.O. Box, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Well, I mean, no, with Monster Hunter, they seem like they've kind of, pulled it around. But
or if they still have that Singapore Airlines, if you ever use Singapore Airlines, try it out.
all right, moving right along, we'll go into the future with VR. Oculus Go. It's a new headset from Oculus. It's a standalone headset. You don't plug it into a computer. You don't plug it into your phone. You don't put your phone in it.
Wireless.
It's wireless. It's this new thing, and it's only $199, which seems pretty good.
Which is 320-ish here.
Wow.
So yay! I'm totally gonna go out and buy one for that.
Yeah.
one.
I was
What can
thinking,
you
wow,
play
that's
on
so
it?
cheap.
That's
See-
that's the important question. What can you
Yeah,
do
what
with
can you
it? What can you
play?
play with it?
That's where I'm still a little muddled on. I'm not quite sure what apps you can use, because obviously it uses the Oculus Store. So you can.
There's I don't know much about it, but there was I think this guy made his like self Pokemon game.
I
It's like a
shall
virtual reality game or
have a
something like
look.
that, where it's kind of like you got your Pokemon and another Pokemon, and then you have to like click on the buttons that show up for you and stuff like that. And I thought that was pretty interesting because he created this own world and stuff like that. Keep in mind it was fan made, so I'm assuming that you are able to upload and create stuff and then display it on the Oculus.
Interesting.
So it's not just the Oculus store, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
There's
Go ahead, Anthony.
there's quite a few apps that you can download on it. My computer is having an absolute fit. It's like jumping all over the place. So it has. They suspect nothing.
Nothing.
Pet Lab, Ansha Online, Katten VR, Disney Movies VR, Republic VR, Netflix VR, Coaster Combat, Melody VR, Oculus Rooms, and that's like the top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10 apps that you can get.
I guess we shouldn't expect it to play like at least two big, like gigantic games because it is just, it's not plugged into anything. So everything's got to be on board.
Yeah.
So here's the question: how would you feel if you're sitting in that Singapore Airlines flight and you're just sitting next to a dude wearing an Oculus headset? Is that the future we're gonna live in? People are watching movies.
I mean, people are already in their phones. I mean, what's the difference? I mean, you're not paying attention to the guy next to you already. So,
well, I mean, with that thing on now, you can't see anybody.
Yeah.
So,
Well, some of the
I saw that according to this, with this new VR headset, you can still see a little bit underneath it, so you can like still check your watch or whatever, or like if you need to read something that's like not in the screen in front of you, you still can.
yeah.
Sure.
I'm still a bit iffy about it because if you're doing a public place, well, you're just begging to get mugged or something like that,
Sure.
or stolen from, because you're just even more from the outside. You're even more away from the outside world as society is already.
Well,
I still like the idea. I still like the idea of it. Like, I would totally use it at home and just play whatever.
Oh yeah.
But at that point, why aren't we just getting a nice one, like a Oculus Rift, or like the Go like creates this thing where maybe if you're on a plane or if you're in an airport and you're waiting, you can put this on and watch a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I would want to watch a movie in VR, but
I'm sorry, I have to bring this onto the airplane because it's my emotional support Oculus.
Oh, can you imagine like John Wick having one of those and he has to watch the video of his wife over and over again?
it's also important to say that
impossible.
this thing only lasts like 2 hours of battery life, so like maybe 2.5, I think it said. So it's just enough to watch a movie, maybe. Although I don't know how long I would actually want to spend in VR, and about 2 hours seems about right anyway. Like I don't want to sit in VR for 5 hours. That sounds like a nightmare.
And
Would you guys ever bring a Switch on your on an airplane?
I have, yeah. I've brought a Switch on it, or a Vita. I've brought in all that stuff. And you get some looks from some people sometimes, like, "What's this guy doing?" or whatever. But I'm like, whatever. Like, just don't bother me.
yeah,
You know.
true.
Yeah.
Apparently, this version's a lot cheaper than the standalone Oculus Rift. So this one's $199 and the Rift is $399. So it's a fair bit cheaper.
Yeah. And it's kind of cool. Maybe this is an entry point for
Turn on the lights.
like some people in a VR. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone's going to buy a $400 thing, which needs a $700 computer. I'm not sure what it is nowadays, but for the computer. But now you can just get in at $200, and it's probably the best like mobile version of VR, unless you want to stick your phone in something. But even that seems whoa.
Where'd Joel go?
I think he messing my Discord up. There he is.
Oops, sorry,
yeah.
no. When I put down my headphones so that I could turn on the light, it accidentally landed on the power button,
That's all right.
and it went off. I got no idea how I did that, but I am both
It's all good.
shocked and impressed.
It's all good. All right.
So, just a random topic. My CPU is maxed out, and I don't know why. There is absolutely nothing running apart from Discord, so I think my graphics card's carked it.
Just downloading too many naughty videos over there.
Absolutely.
All right,
Hey, you
moving
did
on
deny it, so
from
you did
Oculus.
deny it,
Moving on to
Anthony.
next topic.
Next topic, please. Really quick, are you guys gonna maybe buy this if you got an extra $200 to spare? Anyone interested in buying the Oculus Go?
No, I'm buying a
because
Switch.
Because it's 300 here, so no.
No, come on, it's $369 here.
All right, so our next topic is going to be another mini console kind of got leaked out there, and it's the Neo Geo Mini. Are you guys familiar with Neo Geo games at all?
Hold
Well,
on.
for me, the Neo Geo has always been kind of the Metal Slug machine.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's basically like that's all I really am familiar with as far as Neo Geo goes. I know that SNK has like a whole line of different games, but I never really had much exposure to the Neo Geo growing up. It was all NES, SNES, Game Boy.
Sure. Yeah, so the Neo Geo, the home console that they released was insanely expensive. So the best way you were going to play Neo Geo games was an arcade, and some of their ones were, it was like an arcade machine, the red sides, and it would flip between like 4 games, anywhere from like 2 to 4 games. You just press a button, it flips over to the next game.
This one has 40 from what I read.
Yeah, so this one's got 40. I should mention that it looks like a little tiny arcade cabinet, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it looks like, from the reports, it's got a bunch of USB-C cable stuff. So it's kind of cool that they're using USB-C. It's nice, quick connections and everything. I wonder if you're going to have to buy their controllers for it, or if it comes with controllers. I don't know if we know anything about that yet.
Wow. It's only got a 3.5-inch screen, so it's quite small.
But then it's this tiny little thing, but it also hooks up to a bigger display in the back with HDMI.
Yep.
So it's kind of the likes of like an SNES Classic or NES Classic. Just
imagine playing that on a plane.
Hey, that was pretty cool. This little like thing, you're just like.
Imagine taking out like a NES on a plane, and then you have your, I don't know. Actually, I got no idea if you probably can't even play an NES on a plane. Never mind.
I mean, coaxial cables don't really exist anymore, so. But yeah, so SNK's got, or Neo Geo's got stuff like Metal Slug, like Mike mentioned. There's also like King of Fighters, tons of good fighting games.
Fatal Fury,
yeah, all that good stuff. Fighters History.
Yep.
Tons of stuff.
It comes with 40 preloaded games on it.
Right. I mean, that's what the leak has said. I don't know. We don't know what games are necessarily going to be on it.
Are there any Neo Geo things like this already? Like, if you go into like say like you can like find like Sega Genesis is packed with like 100 games or whatever. But is there like anything like this already for Neo Geo?
No, I would say the closest thing you're going to get for the Neo Geo games is a lot. They've actually been releasing a lot of them on Switch and PS4 as like separate downloads. It's like $8 for a single game though, so it's relatively expensive for some of these games. Yeah. And they're done very well. I think Hamster that ports them. It's like the same company that does all the ports, and they're extremely well done. It's just they're just a little expensive for an old, or a Neo Geo game. But at the same time, this is the only way right now, the only easy way you have access to them, unless you're going to have one of those, you can have like I forgot what they're called, but the Neo Geo, like MCS or something like that, which is just insane. It's a cartridge-based system. They also, you can buy like a board, like a portable Neo Geo board and hook that up, but that's crazy expensive. I hope they would. Windjammers came out, which is like a Neo Geo thing on PS4, and I love Windjammer. The game is fantastic. If you haven't played it, it was like $15 on PS4. It's like a Pong with like frisbee and 80s stuff. Check it out. It's really good, like multiplayer, like couch co-op stuff. If you're looking for a good, just a good game to like yell at your friends with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so check that out. But I really hope they bring over some of these games that people don't know about, maybe the harder to find Neo Geo games, because there was a ton of Neo Geo games. There's so many things that just I don't know about probably, and I just want to kind of dig in and see what's on there. So I'm kind of excited for it, actually. I just hope this.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they mentioned a price in that article that we were reading, but I hope it's not too expensive. I hope it's
Yeah.
Definitely.
I hope it's like sub $100. So I'll definitely pick this up if it's sub 100.
I think it'll be like a SNES Mini or something like around that price range, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Neo Geo Mini, good, bad? Looking forward to it?
Indifferent.
Indifferent?
Yeah, indifferent.
Yeah, same. I have no idea, and I don't think lots of people will have any idea. And from
It has its
in the
fan
future, I don't
base,
think.
but I'm
I honestly
probably
don't think
part of
it'll
it.
have that much of an impact. Sorry, sorry.
It's okay. I think Neo Geo is really big not in like Brazil and South America. They have a really big like
Oh.
scene there as far as Neo Geo games. That's why King of Fighters is really big down there.
Yeah.
It's just kind of how these games went for whatever reason. You know, Brazil and stuff like that, they're usually behind on consoles and such. If you're not familiar with that whole scene, it's wild. I would definitely look into the, like Brazilian game scene. They have like a whole gray market there. It's crazy. Definitely check that out. But yeah, Neo Geo Mini looks good. Yep. I want one. I hope it comes out soon because I'm looking forward to it, guys. All right, and then lastly, we're going into another console, the Atari VCS.
Oh dear. Retro week this week.
I know, right? We're taking over. Forget the other podcast.
May the memes begin.
No, so this recently I'm not sure if this had a price before, but now it has a price, and it is $200 but you can only pre-order it on Indiegogo, which is a crowdfunding sort of website, I guess is the way to put it.
Now this does more than just play Atari games?
Yes, it's a little weird. They're saying it's got like a custom graphics chip and everything like that, but they're trying to make like I don't know what they're trying to make here. I'm really confused because it's
kind of like a Steam box. Maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. But it's also got like a bunch of Atari games on it, and it comes with like what looks like a nice controller and what looks like like a little fun and those old school Atari like bats. I guess you want to call it the joystick and the single button.
Yeah,
comes with a controller as well.
Yeah, it looks like a modern 360 controller.
It looks like a what's it called? Not a Steambox controller, but can't remember the name of it.
The Steam controller?
No, it was some random console that they bought out that absolutely failed.
Oh, the Ouya?
Mad Cat.
The what?
The Ouya?
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Looks like one of those controllers.
This is where I'm like confused because I'm not sure Atari really holds a lot of weight in today's like gaming atmosphere.
I mean, gotta respect your elders, man.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah,
there is that.
Only if they're good and know what they're doing, though.
Just
to be fair,
true.
like the only reason why I know about the Atari is because it's just this huge meme in the gaming community right now, I believe, especially within the younger generations. Because it's retro games. I like the fact that it's retro games and they're trying to bring back retro games and stuff like that. But the way they're doing it, I feel like it's just weird and not the best way to do it, let's say.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
It's
Like,
kind of fishy.
trying to-
It's kind of funky.
all these retro games into one console, you're just downright already expressing that it's not that good.
Wait, what was the prediction? They were going to get into like white goods or something? That was like five podcasts ago. We were saying how they were going to start making TVs and fridges and all this other stuff.
Oh, I don't remember this.
Yeah.
I black out.
yeah,
I black out after this podcast. I have no idea what happens. But yeah, it's kind of weird. Like just going straight to crowdfunding is just.
Yeah, no, it's.
I don't.
I mean, they're not going to stand a chance against PlayStation or Xbox, so they must be. I think they're trying to go along the route of the mini consoles, like the NES and all that.
Is it along the same line of like say like the Amazon Fire pseudo systems like that?
It seems like that.
It's running Linux,
Yes,
which is a bit strange as well.
I guess maybe because Linux is open, right? So maybe it's so you can just do more stuff with it. I don't know.
I don't know. It's a weird announcement that looks. I'm just looking at some photos and stuff of it.
It's
apparently
a cool
when you
looking
buy it,
little
you get a
thing.
cap.
Oh, the speaker cap.
No, like a cap hat.
Yeah, did you hear about their speaker cap hat? It was an Atari hat, and it had speakers like built into the hat, so that you could like.
Oh wow!
There you go. They're one
like
step closer to white goods.
It just seems like modern systems are just like focused on doing everything, not just playing games.
Sure, and it does that. Okay, I pulled up the email that I got here, and it does support 4K resolution, HDR, and like 60 frames per second. Now, I don't know necessarily all at the same time, but it does have some modern technology. But it's not just a mini box, apparently. Or at least that's what they're telling me.
Yeah, if you can play other games besides old Atari games, then that's great. I mean, more resolution.
But then what's the point of what they're trying to sell, which is those old retro games?
I don't know, because like I said earlier about the Sega Genesis, to a drugstore and get a Sega Genesis with 100 games on it, you can do the same thing with Atari. Like they have Atari boxes where they have like 100 games on them or 50 games or something like that already.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this is going to accomplish.
No. Do you know what I think they should do? Instead of having, I like the fact they're trying to like I said, revive retro and stuff like that. But it's all clustered into one thing. Like they're advertising, they have so many retro games and stuff like that that most of them aren't even going to be played, even if someone buys it for those specific retro games. What they should do, the different genres or find some sort of link between some of the games, lower the amount of it in one console, and more focus on maybe a franchise or a genre, and then just advertise that specific one. So then when retro gamers want to buy it, they do it for that one specific genre or franchise. It's targeted directly towards them. Instead of going, here, 400 games, explore it. Maybe you'll find something that you'll find fun or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
If that makes more sense.
There are societies there are groups that are dedicated to preserving film, and the problem with preserving video games is that they're very of its time and of its moment. And
exactly.
And even if you get like an emulated version of an old game, you're not experiencing it the same way. And it feels like these Atari releasing things like this, maybe with its old controller or something like that, is just a good way to preserve old games. There needs to be like a preservation group to keep game history.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. This will just make it an HDMI-able way to play Atari games, which may exist, but already.
But I mean, what's the point in having it 4K and all that? If that's the case, I mean, I want to bring new content to it if they've opened it up that way.
I think it does more than just play old Atari games.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be releasing new games as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be the interesting thing if they actually like try to make. But like we saw that with the Ouya, which was like very similar, like trying to just.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they're gonna have their work cut out for them developing newer content rather than relying on the older stuff.
Or paying people to put that content on their platform. Although it is Linux, so I don't know what. Are you gonna be able to access Steam on there? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
So. Atari, I have no idea what they're doing. It's insane.
They might be trying to do an Xbox One situation where they're trying to replace everything in one console.
I mean, it kind of sounds like they're trying to get all this, like, oh, you can, watch your favorite stuff here and all that. But don't most TVs just have that built into them already nowadays? Like,
Yeah,
know,
and don't most don't most like AAA consoles have that as well, like the PlayStation and the Xbox, and it's all there. And like most gamers have a console or a gaming PC, and they're going to be buying this thing as like a um like a kind of like a replacement retro console,
Sure.
as you could say, to play all the older content. So if they're trying to develop it where it replaces all these other consoles and does all this other stuff, I don't see it succeeding, unfortunately.
All right. Yeah. Whoa. I don't know how this got in here. So yeah, get your
The cat's tail.
yeah.
Lots of
We don't want
tension.
to. We don't want to see that.
What's your cat's name?
This is Nichols.
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 Does he
Yes.
have any input about the Atari games at
She'll
all?
probably just whine about him. It's kind of what she does. I think she opened my door. I don't know what just happened. So yeah, that's fun. All right, bud. Say hi. Yeah, hi. And then we're gonna move you.
Get it.
We're gonna move you, buddy, without knocking anything over. Is the plan? Okay. There. Oh, okay. There we go.
Good
cool.
job.
Yep. Just see her just trot.
Now that you do.
Yeah. Right. All right. She's fine. She's fine, I guess. Sure. Anywho, back to video games. I think that's about all the topics I brought. I know, Anthony, you love your deals, man. You want to get down on these sweet, sweet hot deals?
Totally, 100%. So once again, I'm starting off on a totally unique footing and going with the Xbox instead of the PlayStation to begin with. So within the US, 500 gigabyte consoles are still on sale for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. So they're decommissioning all the 500 gig consoles for those two platforms, which you can get some pretty decent deals as far as they're concerned. But as far as a bundle is concerned, we have an Xbox One S 500 gigabyte console with Minecraft Explorers Pack, Minecraft Story Mode, The Complete Adventure, Xbox Live 3 months gold membership, and also another Minecraft Explorers Pack at GameStop for $229 or US dollars. We also have another 500 gigabyte console bundle with Forza Horizon 3, includes the Hot Wheels DLC on eBay for $229.99. For the PS4, we have a PS4 Slim 500 gigabyte console at Walmart, which is console only, for $269 at the moment. We also have a PS4 Camo Slim 1 terabyte console bundled with Call of Duty World War II at Walmart for $353.89. And we have another 500 gigabyte PS4 console with Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, and also Uncharted The Lost Legacy at Amazon for $282.89. I like those 89 cents. I don't know why they can't just round it up, but anyway. For the Nintendo Switch, we have a Nintendo Switch console. They're still $229 bundled with Breath of the Wild. Console on their own is $299, and bundled with Breath of the Wild, they're $359. So they're still around the same price. And for a bit of a different kind of thing, a Nintendo Switch hardware with Splatoon 2 plus neon green and neon pink Joy-Cons at Amazon for $448.97. So that's like a special edition kind of console for that one.
Woof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? That's like Australian prices. For Australia, we have an Xbox One S 1 terabyte console with Assassin's Creed Origins, Rainbow Six, Steep, and The Crew at eBay for $424.98. It's currently 30% off on eBay, and it's the last one they have available. For the Xbox One, also for the Xbox One, we have a 500 gigabyte console, plus Battlefield 1, plus a remote, plus 3 months gold, plus a $25 gift card at Harvey Norman for $327. For the PS4, we have a new PlayStation 4 1 terabyte console, plus Uncharted 4 and Uncharted The Lost Legacy at EB Games for $479. And another PS4 1TB console plus God of War plus Destiny 2 for $4.99 at JB Hi-Fi. That deal's been around for quite some time. For the Switch, we have a Nintendo Switch Neon Joy-Con console with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at Gamesman for $529.95. We also have a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con console plus Neon Red and Neon Blue at catch.com.au for $419. So that's just console only. That's also been around for quite some time, that bundle. And this is also a last console on eBay, a Nintendo Switch 32GB grey console, which is console only, on eBay for $319 plus $32 shipping. So it's like $100 less on eBay than what it is at a standard retailer.
That's pretty good.
For the PC, the most important console, obviously, we have PC Master Race, or system, I should say. It's not a console. On our free weekend on Steam is now 70% off. So it's free until today. We got Sunday over there, but it's Monday here. But it's also 70% off. Green Man Gaming birthday sale starts tomorrow for Australia and the day after for America. Green Man Gaming indie deal of the day: Ocean City Racing, now 30 cents. Green Man Gaming Through the Woods, now 70% off. And also assorted weekend deals on Green Man Gaming are up to 80% off. The Humble Bundle Capcom plus Sega PlayStation bundle ends in a day as well, so that ends tomorrow. That's a pay what you want deal. Humble Bundle May the 4th sale, which is Star Wars related. Also a pay what you want deal is currently running. And Humble Bundle 1C Publisher sale is currently on as well. For the individual game deals, we have Steam Daily Deal. Hyperlight Drifter is currently $7.99 and is 60% off, ends May the 8th. Chrono.gg has the Surge Complete Edition for $25, is currently 50% off. Steam Sector 6 is currently $2.04, and that is 75% off. Fanatical Star Deal Hover Revolt of Gamers is $9.99, is currently 50% off. GOG Daily Deal is Paradigm, which is currently $10.04, currently 33% off and ends in 24 hours. On Amazon, we have the Marvel Ultimate Alliance bundle, which is currently $14.99, which is 75% off, which is a US-only deal. Humble Bundle, $25 Humble Wallet credit with a purchase of a year of Humble Monthly. Newegg currently has 50% off several titles with code EMC PUP U34. That has Wolfenstein 2. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is currently $9.99. Wolfenstein 2 is $19.99 with that code. And Dishonored 2 is currently $9.99. And more PC physical games as well on there. For Steam deals, we have Offworld Trading Company, free weekend, and now 50% off at Steam. Steam Star Wars Day up to 75% off. Steam Daily Deal Hyperlight Drifter is now 60% off. Steam Daily Deal as well. They Are Billions is currently 25% off. XCOM 2 is now 67% off. Andrew, you've been playing XCOM, haven't you?
Oh boy, do I like a good XCOM game.
Watch Dogs 2 is now 67% off, and Star Wars The Complete Saga is also 60% off, and that is all I have for deals this week. That was a long deal segment, but yeah.
Beautiful.
Got through it.
All right.
We made it.
Guys, so I'll keep up in Taylor's kind of thing. This is the part of the podcast where you can say whatever you want as long as it's appropriate to what we're talking about, right? If you got something that's eating away at you, this is your time. Does anybody have anything? Anybody? Joel? Perfect. Mike?
Thanks.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, of course, man. Pleasure having you.
Yeah, it's fun having you. It's fun, having someone that actually sort of argues back. Both of you are spineless. Both you, Andrew and Anthony. At least Michael has spunk.
Give me a chance.
Sure, man. However you feel, that's fine. Anthony, how you feel now? How's Joel's job security look over there?
Yeah, not too good.
Yeah, all right.
So we'll see how he fares by the end of the day.
Anywho, so social media stuff. Mike, let's start with you. Do you got any social media we can follow you? Where can we get at you?
I have another YouTube channel called Game Old Game Old. I haven't really updated it all that much, but whenever I release videos on my own, that's where I am.
Awesome.
Nice.
Joel, what about you? We got any Twitters, any Instagrams?
No, Twister. Not Twister. Not Twister. I just said it again. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm really tired. I should probably save after this. No, not Twitter or Instagram. I do, however, have fanfiction archive of our own at HK Glenstid, which is capital H, capital K, capital G, LENSTID, that sort of thing. And then you got the usual cultural gaming articles and videos that I do, especially the Torchlight one. You can witness me. Well. Yeah, you can witness me carrying Anthony as he runs into explosions. So yeah, good
totally
stuff.
Awesome.
So yeah, Anthony, where can we find all the good cultural gaming stuff at?
So we are on Twitch. You're obviously watching now, if you're watching now. Twitch.tv/culture of gaming. We are also on YouTube, youtube.com/cog.net. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/cog.net as well. Also on Twitter, twitter.com/cog.net. What have I missed? We have a Discord server, which is on the right-hand side of our main page on our site, which is cultureofgaming.com. If you click on that and click the big join button, you can come into our community Discord server and ask us whatever you want, flat earth questions included. So yeah, that's about all we have for social media. I don't think I've forgotten anything.
Now, yeah, make sure you give us a follow on those things, because we've been doing a lot more streaming lately. You know, Taylor's been playing some stuff recently. You and Joel, you guys have been putting out more, Torchlight stuff. So definitely check those out. Keep an eye out. We've been putting a lot more videos out. So check them out. They're pretty good.
Totally.
Yeah. We got the White Whaling. It's here and there. I'm playing Contra 3, trying to beat that game. It's very hard. And I think I'm doing okay.
Cool.
So thank you guys for watching. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at Duronsky. That's DURONSKI. So thanks guys for tuning in, and I hope you have a fantastic day.